Ladies and gentlemen, members of the point and click community, welcome back. Point and click community, you know, people without or with limited IT experience. Today I make a video about replacing my router. I have multiple routers in my network. I have an RTAC 66B1 from ASUS, and I have an ASUS AC66R, what is my main router, down in the basement. These routers have multiple functions and I want to make it easy. Our 66R is about 7.5 years in service, and it's held together by duct tape, rubber band and some toothpicks. So I went out and bought a new one. This time I bought it somewhere else. So you see, I buy stuff somewhere else too. Not always online. So we picked up this one. That's the ASUS AX3000 dual band. Wow, sounds good, a lot of gold on it. When you look at the specification, the first thing you see is 3000 megabit per second. Don't be fooled by that. That's Wi-Fi 6. That's the new Wi-Fi 6 standard. Most people do not have Wi-Fi 6 devices. There are not many out there yet. This router costs about $159 plus tax. However, I put it in the basement. Like I said, I have more routers, so it's not a big deal. Because in your normal environment where you have only AC devices in it, this router has only a throughput of 1200 megabytes per second. That means it has a slower throughput than the routers, the old routers it replaces. It has 1200 megabit per second. Older router is probably faster in your normal network setup. On the other side, this one has a lot faster processor, has more RAM in there than the older ones. That makes it better because it runs a lot of different services on this router. This router will be a wireless router, will have a DHCP server. We don't know what that is, click and point community, I just tell you. And I will have also it configured as a small NAS, so there's a hard drive on it where I store data. So first let's unpack it, see what's in there, then we do the physical setup, and in our next video I will show you the configuration, how I configure this. I wanted to tell you I bought that and I lost the receipt right away, so if it's broken I will have a fun time bringing it back. Well, it has a 2-year warranty. There's your warranty card. There's your stop. Don't bring it back to the store probably. You know, call ASUS. We don't deal with that. There are your tips and everything. You might want to read through that because, like I said, point and click. But you can just follow my instruction. Prepare your modem, router, blah, blah, blah. We will go over this in a little while. Here's the router. It is heavier. I didn't look up how heavy it is, but it is heavier than my old routers. And we got 4 antennas here. Same setup. They changed the switch here. They have now a toggle switch and instead that push button. I hope that will hold up better than the design they had before. Here you have your wire ports This one goes into cable modem, DSL modem, or in my case, my ONT. Here we have more instructions, and we read only these instructions when nothing works. Power supply and the network cable. I don't need the network cable. I have plenty of cable. Let's go downstairs. I show you how we plug it in. I actually will not configure it downstairs. I configure it upstairs because it replaces the router. I cannot put that in because it probably has the same IP address what the router downstairs has. So I configure it offline and then I plug it in. Now downstairs here you can see this is my ONT. That's basically my access to the internet via fiber optics. And here we have that new router. So all you have to do is plug it into your modem or ONT. And then plug it in the next. Plug your computer in one of these ports. Then you plug in your power supply and turn the router on. I don't use the app to configure it. I configure it via the web interface. And this is what we do in our next video. I show you real quick the router would get replaced. It will replace this router. It's hard to see. It will replace this router here. The antenna is falling over, and in the back we have some toothpicks in there to hold the power button in. So yeah, please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post the next video, and let's configure that. See you next week.